This is Richard from Pitbull Audio. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Rane 72 DJ mixer. So first off, we're going to be looking at the integrated screen inside the Rane 72 mixer, which is right here. You get all your waveforms in Serato DJ Pro. So it's all integrated right into the mixer, so there's no looking at the laptop. So for example, when I turn this on, you see the waveform going with the music that's on the laptop right there. That's one of the biggest features of this mixer, is the integrated screen. Here on the integrated screen, we have all the music. No need to look at the laptop. You could scroll through by using the knob here, clicking and selecting your song, and it follows along with it. That's one great feature. You do not have to look at the laptop in order to use it. Go through your songs and pick, select, and it's automatically loaded into Serato DJ Pro. Next feature we have in the screen is the effects screen, which is the first one, will be the flex effects feature. These are the integrated effects that are inside of the mixer itself. And you can turn the depth of the effect, which is the echo that is on here right now. The depth of it is by turning the knob. Will give you the duration of how much the effect that you get inside the actual mixer. Also as well, you can go turn that off, go to your 3 effects tabs right here. These are the ones that are integrated in the Serato DJ. They all can be used at the same time. For example, echo is the first one, delay is the second, reverb is the third. So you can assign 3 effects at one time and use them all at the same time if you'd like to. Going back into here in the main screen, we go to our main view mode. These are all the settings for the Rane 72 mixer. So the first setting I'd like to show you would be the cut and adjust for the actual crossfader. This sets up the lag time in the crossfader. So if I turn it to the left, I can set the lag time to the left. If I set the crossfader to the right, I can set the lag time to the crossfader to the right. I tap on the crossfader, gives me the duration of the cut-in time. Right now it's at 1%. If I scrolled over, I can change it to whatever duration I want, set it, lock it, and it stays in that duration. If I don't like it, I can tap on it again, go all the way to the left, set the duration, hit it, set it on the left. Now it's back to 1% cut-in time on there. That's a great feature to have. It's all done in the mixer internally on the screen, no knobs to adjust. Back to the main menu now. On the Rane screen, we have 4 different options, which will be the mixer settings. That's your audio out tab. So that you can change any type of audio that you're using inside of it or out. Next setting would be the deck setting. If you want to change the phono sensitivity, if you want to change any of the pans or any of the decks, that's all in there. If you want to go to the filter setup, this is how much of the filter you have for deck 1. You just touch the pad, or actually you touch the slider and move it, and it changes the duration of how much of the effect you get on deck 1. Same with deck 2. Slide the tab over, changes the duration of how much effect you get on deck number 2. Third one is for the sampler. That is how much filter you get on the actual sampler. Going back into the pad setup, if you want to set the sensitivity of the pad at 100%, that's full range. You can go down if you want to have less range of sensitivity, or go back and put it back to the standard 100%, which normally everybody uses that at anyways. And headphone setup is the last one. You could change the tone on it by tapping on if you want a low tone or a high tone. Very simple, very easy to use. And that would be it for the mixer settings. Flex effect settings are right here. These are all your integrated flex effect sounds inside of the mixer. If you want to go into more detail and dial it in more, you can pick the depth of whatever one you have set. If you have echo like we have here, you can change the depth on it by scrolling up and down with your finger for depth. You want to change the feedback, you can do the same as well on that. Go back, and here are all your options for your flex effect. If you decide that you don't want to use a certain flex effect and never want to have it because you don't ever use it, you can tap on that and get rid of it. Say you don't want to use the gate, you can get rid of the gate as well. Scroll through. Say you don't like flanger, get rid of it. Ping pong delay, you can get rid of all that as well. And you don't ever have to have it in there again. Once you keep it that way, it stays that way until you change it and reactivate it back in the menu and go back and put it back on again. Going back into the cut-in, we saw that earlier. This is basically the setup for the crossfader. Each side left, right, you just tap on the crossfader. Pick which side. For example, I just moved it to the right. That's the cut-in is at 0. If I want the cut-in to be at 10% for a longer cut lag, hit it. Let's put it at 10%. Set at the right. Dials it in. Now it's set. Go back. Now it's back to your normal crossfader and upfader. Adjust. It's all done. You can go back into the view mode, and you're back on your regular Serato DJ mode. So here we go. Next is the touch FX right here. So we can basically go into the touch effects screen, and I could start the song, which I'm going to do right now so you can hear it. Once you do that, you can actually use your finger to move the filter by touching it, and that gives you your filter duration just by dragging along the scope. If you want to do the time duration, you move it left or right, and it moves the time in with the music with your finger. So it's a pretty cool little feature that you have right there as well. That's on the Touch FX. Another cool feature with this mixer is that each side is independent of each other. So for example, if you're on cue points on the left side, you can have auto loop on the right side, and they won't affect each other. So you can have them in different modes on different pads. So the left pads can be independent from the right pads, which is totally cool for all the people who are using DVS. They'll really enjoy that because they can do a lot more stuff with it. There's a lot more flexibility and a lot more creativity that can go on with these pads. Back to the cue mode again, and it's back to your normal standard regular 8 cue points on each side. If I go to auto loop, I can manually set the loop and duration of time right on the mixer pads itself. If I want to go into the roll feature, I can go ahead and set up a song and just do your normal basic roll and go through all the samples and roll them, or the actual song itself. The fourth pad is actually the sampler pad. You could touch any sample on there on any pad and use it and trigger it at any time. Then the last pad feature on here would be the slicer, which when you start a song up, you can go through the modes and slice them up if you have your cue points set the right way, and chop them up as you see fit, and go to town on it and have a good time trying to do an instant remix on the song. So it's a pretty cool feature on there. So one thing I do like about this new Rane 72 mixer is that it has a great build quality. It's solid metal all around, not plastic. Very, very robust mixer. I like the contour controls that are in the front right here. You got your controls of how much you want on the up faders. So you can actually control how much of a curve you want on the actual up fader on the deck number 1. You got your crossfader contour control right here, how much of a cut you want on it, how fast you want a slow cut. You can turn all the way to the left, turn all the way to the right, you get the fast cut. This is your deck number 2, so if you're using a turntable, CDJ, anything like that that's on this, or the actual Rane 12 itself can be controlled right here for a fast slope cut in, or it could be a slow setting depending on your preference. So to the left is slow, to the right is fast. These are your microphone 2 features right here. You have your echo, your mic on and off switch right here. Your level of your microphone number 2 is right here. And at the bottom of that would be how much tone you want in the microphone, which is good to have. It's right there, handy to have it right where you can control it right in front of you, and not somewhere where you can't see it and have to reach around in the back to go get it. At the bottom here, we got your deck 1 on and off reverse switch. So that reverses your on. What it does is reverses your decks on or off. So if you want to go hamster style or change it up, the left can be the right can be the left on that one particular deck, or you could do it to all 3. So it's got 3 switches right here to do that. So if you want to change the crossfader, you want to reverse it on deck 1, you just turn it on, and now it's reversed to the right. So your left would be right, or your right could be left if you turn that one on. Or if you want to reverse it as well on the up and downs, same thing right there on your up faders, left and right reverse. So up could be your off, and down could be your on. Put it back to normal, and they're all back to how they normally should be. Perfect right there. For a lot of people who want to use that feature, it's there for you. Also, you got your 1/4 headphone jack, which is right here to put your headphones in case you're missing the big adapter that everybody loses all the time. You can actually just go with your regular standard 1/4 input and put it right in there. Works perfectly fine. Right there is a regular size headphone jack, so you can put your regular size headphones in there with the adapter, or if they don't have an adapter, they go right in there. Great for both people who want to use both types of headphones. So now we're going to take a look at the Rane 12, which is already hooked up to the Rane 72. And what's cool about these are needleless turntables. They're actually controller turntables, but they feel like a real turntable. They have vinyl already set on them, feel like real vinyl, very, very robust vinyl on there for the scratchers, the people who want that real vinyl feel. It's definitely there. It's built like a tank. It's solid metal. It has every feature on it a turntable would have, minus a tone arm. And the good thing about that is you won't have to spend money on needles. You break a needle, you won't have to worry about it because it won't be an issue because this turntable does not need needles. You got your standard pitch lock on it, which is right here. You got your normal pitch. You got your percentages, whatever is used to changing them. 8%, 16%, 50%. You got your standard start and stop button right here. Starts up, breaks like a turntable. You got your 33 RPMs and your 45 RPM selection. You have right here Q mode, so that's integrated with Serato DJ. So you can scroll through your cues by pressing it right here, and you can use your cue points right on the actual turntable itself. So that's a good thing to have too. You don't have to actually go on the mixer or on the computer to do that. It's all integrated right on the turntable controller itself. So what we have here is our deck selection. That's be these 4 buttons right here. Right now it's on deck 1, but if I want to switch to deck 2 and use this as deck 2, I just click on it and it illuminates to be in deck 2. If I want to go back to deck 1, I can go back to deck 1. Another cool feature on here, if you take off the Q mode, you could use this as a channel strip and scroll through your songs in Serato DJ. So it's touch finger sensitive. So all you do is roll your finger through here and it scrolls through your song right actually on the controller itself. So you do not have to touch the laptop or the mixer to do that. You can do it right from the channel strip feature right here. So there you have it. That's the Rane 72 DJ mixer and the brand new Rane 12 DJ turntable controller. Both of them are available at Pitbull Audio online and in-store. Contact us at 619-361-4774 for special pricing, and we'll take care of you. Have a good day. Thank you.